Ladies and gentlemen, today is a day for big, fat drama. Big, fat drama. Huge drama. Planet-sized drama. And we're talking today about the wonderful, the lovely Boogie2988. For a lot of you that are unaware, Boogie2988 made a tweet in 2022 where he said, "Hey, so I debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. It's extremely slow moving and many people live with it for decades. No big deal." Boogie2988 in 2022 releases the terrible sad news that he had cancer. This is so sad. I, Lord Nuxanor, the troll and asshole that I am and never to pretend to be anything else, called him a liar. Back then, I have called him a liar on the podcast multiple times. In fact, in the podcast we recorded last week, which is not out yet, I say Boogie has fake cancer. This is something I've been saying the whole time. Every time he says how much he was abused, I'm skeptical. Every time he says he has cancer, I'm skeptical. To be honest, once someone is a verifiable liar, I will never, ever trust them again. So, once again, vindication. People called me an asshole for not believing he had cancer. Guys, let me explain to you my perspective, okay? I never believe anything anyone says if it is something that could be used for personal gain. Guys, it seems like he's faking his cancer. Now, the glory of this entire situation is Boogie2988 recently did a crypto scam. I made a video on it where I got canceled on Twitter. Some people were upset at me on Twitter for using such a revolting title and thumbnail. Like, a revolting, oh God. I titled the video "Fuck Boogie" and I put on the thumbnail "Fat Piece of Shit." Oh no, oh God, oh Lord. Yeah, well anyway, Muda was so funny. The latest episode of the podcast, we were making fun of Boogie a lot. It's not out yet. I was just talking to Boogie to my guy about Boogie a lot, and like, I kept making fat jokes, and after the podcast, he's like, "Bro, we have to cut out the fat jokes." I was like, "No." Anyway, Boogie did a crypto scam about a week or two ago. All right, a week or two. Now, most people think, well, crypto scam, that's pretty unforgivable. He's scamming his audience. Let me, unlike the doctors that Boogie had to fake diagnose his fake cancer, are you ready for something very funny? Are you ready to witness something glorious? Something beautiful? The reason why he scammed his audience was because, well, you see, poor Boogie has cancer.
If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer, and I very much like not to fuck around with my healthcare too much, but that's something I would genuinely have to consider. And I know that from watching your videos in the past, if I say maybe here...
Anyway, the point is, Boogie says the reason why he had to scam his fans for $10,000, he had to scam his fans. You heard? He scammed his fans. He did something unforgivable and evil, but he did what he had to do because he had cancer, the poor guy. And every time someone would call him out, "No, how dare you call him out when he has cancer?" Mudahar made a pretty based tweet calling him out. And this post is currently deleted because, fun fact, funny story, right now, Boogie's account is deactivated, okay? So the poor fat liar over here deactivated his Twitter, so you can't really see his tweets anymore. But the second Muda calls him out on a crypto scam, because, you know, it was a crypto scam. He makes a tweet, and Muda says, "It's kind of funny you're trying to flip this. You knowingly operated with scum to rent out your audience for peanuts and have no shame. You use your cancer to victimize yourself and deflect from your incredibly shitty behavior. First time I'm rooting for the cancer to win." By the way, his cancer is far from the most serious ones. Turns out he doesn't have cancer. It was all a lie. All a lie. This is such a good moment. I personally really enjoyed this moment immensely. A lot of the haters think that I'm just a hater for enjoying this moment, but I have literally been saying this the entire time. This is once again a vindication moment. I'm telling you, you don't understand. I freaking called this out months ago. And it's just my thing. I can't stand liars. Someone is just going to be a liar again and again and again and again. I'm just never going to trust them. So, yesterday, Destiny, and XQC, and Dan jump into a call with Keemstar and Boogie and a couple other guys. And they jump in and they talk to him about the cancer. Now, here's the thing. I met Destiny in person a couple weeks ago. And he's a pretty on-the-money guy. Like, he is a very objective thinker. Like, I was impressed by the objectivity of the way he actually talks about shit. Nux's media literacy so high he can see the future. Guys, I pre-watched. Now you could say I pre-watched. I pre-watched the fake cancer. I pre-watched the crypto scam. Guys, let me just... Fucking, you know what? Fine. Pre-watch. This is the level of pre-watch we're dealing with here, okay? So, here, I made this tweet because this was on a podcast a year and a half ago, okay?
You know, one of the things that I want to give Boogie2988 a lot of credit for, that I didn't give last episode, or maybe an episode before, is I have big respect for the man for trying to make his money by his own merits, and not falling into the crypto shit like I Show Speed or any of these people have. You know, when I saw the whole Speed FTX thing, no joke. Like,
you're giving him too much credit.
No.
The first thing I say when he says, at least he didn't do a crypto scam, is me saying, bro, you're giving him too much credit. Guys, you don't understand. These people have cyclical lives. Nothing will surprise me, okay? You could say pre-watched, you could say Master of Destiny. I pre-watch real life when it comes to these bitches. God, I've been so on the nose this past week. I predicted the Sniper Wolf fake copyright strike thing. I've literally been on top of shit. Holy crap. But anyway, so Destiny jumps into the call, and this just goes so fucking well.
Let's see if it works. Good luck.
Join video call.
Oh, by the way, I just want to make this completely clear. The fact that he doesn't actually have cancer, and he's been lying about it this whole time. Now, you might think that I would be physically repulsed and disgusted, but I am, in fact, thrilled. I, in fact, love it. See, Muda's a much nicer guy. So, Muda was actually, like, he was, even in the DMs, he actually is shaken by this, that Boogie would lie to his face about having cancer. I never expected him to tell the truth. I was not actually disappointed here. This was the expected result. Anyway.
I have to delete it.
You guys, how you guys doing tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going? We can see you. You guys look fantastic.
Turn it on.
I mean, some of you
Don't
at
be
least.
so
You look fantastic. Well, then Boogie shows up. Well, yeah, I don't know.
friendly.
What kind of
There we are.
Hey,
Oh
there
my
we go.
God, we're on.
There you go.
But not X.
Okay, we don't need him. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, you're not. You can say whatever you want. And it's gonna be like we said it.
All right, are we good to go?
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Okay,
All right.
Boogie 2488. You were being confronted.
Are you
tonight.
ready? Are you ready? Oh, it's beautiful. Dude, I've been a Destiny fan recently. What could I say? Man's been fucking going after Sneeko, going after Boogie. Let's freaking go.
I am 99% sure.
Listen, when I was in the call with Boogie last time, I told him to his face, I have no respect for you. And I have to say, I stand by that.
That you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that.
Did the
He's like, okay, you struck gold. I'm ready.
doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia. Can you
Well,
explain?
then why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood
Good
that tells me
question.
I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a
He's making all this shit up. Like, man's actually just spitting bullshit right now. He's spinning webs, spinning yarns.
bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Oh! Wait a second. You just got a bone. You just now need to do a biopsy to confirm it? So it's not confirmed? So you're telling me that now you're trying to do a biopsy to confirm it when you made a tweet? I got my official diagnosis. I do have blood cancer. But now he's doing a biopsy? Okay, dude. All right, cool. Love that.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation if it
Because
hasn't been
the
confirmed.
markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood.
That's not an official diagnosis. Anyone that's ever been to a doctor or has a family member that's a doctor, listen, maybe this is, again, this is my Jewish privilege that I have doctors in the family. Diagnosis means it's decided, it's figured out, it's confirmed. That's what a diagnosis is. He's like, oh yeah, I got diagnosed, but it's not actually true.
Correct, but you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me that you got a bone marrow biopsy to confirm.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming.
Sure.
It's called a...
That's not how it works! That's not how it works. Oh my fucking God. He's such a moron. It's insane. He tries so hard.
Confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep. So I think what happened is, Boogie, based on everything...
biopsy because I'm wanting to do that, because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
Wait! He's praying to God that he doesn't have cancer. However, he got his official diagnosis that he has cancer, which is an excuse that he uses for scamming people, for getting donations from people, for pushing crypto scams. This is his big excuse. This is the backbone of every shitty thing he's ever done. Not that it's an excuse.
I'm praying to God, I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's
the doctors that were all wrong all along. Yeah, all right.
The reason that I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
Yeah, why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer, that you don't have cancer?
Good question.
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin.
So in his mind, the doctors guessed 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they were like, we're guessing you have cancer. We don't know. Follow up in 2 years. This guy's incredible.
And the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like...
If this is cancer, you don't just, like, forego it. This is fucking insane. I love... Can we just take a moment to respect the fact that I told him to his face that I have no respect for you? God! All these people that talk to him, I see them all be so respectful to him and not willing to admit that they have no respect. To his face. God! He's a liar, a confirmed liar. He's lied about so many things. He scammed so many people. You can't trust a word he says. God, dude.
Like to still get it done because I am hopeful. I am praying that there's a fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
So why are you talking about expensive cancer treatments if they don't even know if you have cancer? Nothing has been confirmed yet.
You see, the reason why he scammed his audience was because he had expensive cancer treatments. Not that it's confirmed that he has cancer. It was only diagnosed that he has cancer. Not confirmed. But he has to scam people. God, this is so fucking good. You see, the secret is Boogie was the cancer all along.
They're
it's been 2
treating
years.
it, dipshit.
They're not.
Because they've been treating it for 2 fucking years.
They're treating a cancer that you see, it was never confirmed that he has. It gets so good. It's so good. I love watching this man talk himself in circles. I have said for so long that this man's a grifting piece of shit, and you can't trust a word he says, and people are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Nux, you could say that he's bad for this, he's cringe for that, but you're gonna say he faked his cancer? You're gonna say he faked being abused? Listen, I'm not saying he faked it, I'm just saying I don't believe it. And he probably faked it.
How are they treating it, Boogie?
Blood test, blood thinners.
Blood tests aren't treatments! Blood thinners aren't treatments! You ready for the next one? The next one's the best part. You're about to hear the greatest treatment of all time.
Bloodletting.
Bloodletting is his treatment for cancer. Now, for those of you that are unaware of what bloodletting is, because unfortunately Destiny didn't catch this, bloodletting is a medieval practice. Removing blood from a person with the intent that it manages diseases and health conditions. Bloodletting is something that was done in medieval times because in the medieval era, people thought they keep getting more and more blood, so you constantly need to let blood out of your body so you don't have too much blood in your body. Bloodletting is the withdrawal of blood from a patient to prevent or cure illness and disease. Bloodletting, whether by a physician or by leeches, was based on an ancient system of medicine in which blood and other bodily fluids were regarded as humors that had to remain in proper balance to maintain health. This is medieval science that has been debunked throughout the ages. This is lobotomized science. So this guy thinks the cure to his cancer is bloodletting. He was diagnosed from a doctor in the 1480s. That's why he's still so fat, guys. Because the doctors in the 1480s didn't believe in going to the gym. Oh, God, it just keeps getting better. I wish Destiny would have called him out.
Medications, they're trying to get my
bloodletting?
weight
Correct.
down.
Yes.
I'm seeing the doctor every 3 fucking months. I'm doing blood tests every fucking month.
That's not a cure! He's asking you how you're curing it. Do you do blood tests? How do you get more vitamin C? Blood test? No, you mean vitamins. No, I do blood tests as the cure.
Yep.
So they don't know if
you
you have
wanna know?
cancer or not. So can I
You want to hold
understand
my
this?
fucking hand?
Well, sure. So
Yeah,
I mean, I can explain everything, right? So
right.
Boogie has a condition
Go
called
right ahead.
polycythemia, which means there's
Boogie has a condition called pathological liar. But Boogie has a disease called attention whore, called victim complex. Yeah, sorry to diagnose this guy with my armchair psychology, but that's what this man is suffering from.
an elevation in his.
Polycythemia vera.
No.
Polycythemia vera.
You fat fuck. I want to hear from a guy that actually knows something.
Polycythemia vera.
Yeah, I love how he repeats the same lie more times, because it counts as more lies.
Destiny,
He
go
knows
ahead.
more about my fucking medical diagnosis than I do.
guarantee. Well,
go right the fuck ahead. I was in the fucking room. My girlfriend was in the fucking room. And he told me, so go
You
right
are
the fuck ahead,
filibustering.
Destiny. Go right the
You
fuck
are
ahead.
Yo, be nice, be nice,
Okay,
Boogie.
yeah, I will go ahead. Okay, so I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things that you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused a increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in
I love when Destiny actually does the research, and he does do that. Like, you could blame, you could do whatever, you could say whatever you want. Bro fucking researches shit before he goes into a debate. Like, he honestly does.
action overnight can lead to a...
When I met up with him, I asked him some, I would say, morally complex questions, and he did not answer right away. You know, like, he'll say, all right, like, that's a good question, you know, like, you'd need to do research before making an actual stance. And I respect the fuck out of that. You know, I really do. Like, bro actually puts in the work. I don't agree with all of his takes, especially his takes on relationships, but bro does the work.
Increase in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer, and the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. 2 years after.
Everyone needs a fucking XQC to sit on their shoulder and just say, cook, 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 every time you say something.
Real quick. Let me finish real quick. Real quick.
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah.
Keemstar.
2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you've just
Official diagnosis.
said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
I love how he repeats the same thing many times, and it's like, oh shit, he said confirmation 12 times, so that makes sense. Bro, if you have an official diagnosis, that is the confirmation.
Confirmation.
Is this House
Destiny.
MD? Are
You see XQC on the side. Skibbity toilet riz.
are we treating a blood cancer without
love that
actually
show.
confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
And paying for it. That's his excuse for scamming people.
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny.
What?
When you have the hormones,
Oh my
when you
God.
have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this
When you have the hormone in the blood and it's produced by it, but it was never confirmed, so,
cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive. It doesn't show up for just the shit's sakes of it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Boogie, you want to keep saying you're the patient, you know what you have, your body has.
Yes.
But when I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this.
Yep.
whoa!
Because I was gonna say
Tell
Boogie
me.
can end this whole thing.
Exactly.
It gets so fucking beautiful. I love this. Oh, I love this development. Again, I wish I was as kind as Mudahar sometimes. That it actually, you don't understand. It actually broke Mudahar's heart that this guy was lying about this all the whole time. Even though Muda never liked him, it actually broke his heart. Me? No, sir. This is the vindication, baby. I've been calling this man a liar and a grifter for years. The fact that I called the fake cancer shit and it's proven that it's fake well, it's seemingly proven it's fake cancer, it feels sick. It feels awesome. The Boogie is like a real glorious fat piece of shit. Holy crap. Literally my least favorite planet in the solar system.
Show me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it. And
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia
that the
vera,
rich guy?
but
Who
you
the fuck
don't
is this
have
guy?
the
I don't
cancer
know.
version.
See, XQC, who the fuck is that? Dude, I love XQC. That guy's amazing. He's hilarious, dude.
Have this version.
correct.
There
So-
is own
polycythemia
I'm
vera
asking
is
him. I'm
only-
asking him. Is it? It could be like a lost in translation type of.
You see, all of these debates, I think you do have it. I think you don't have it. The beauty is, Boogie can end all this right now. If he's constantly getting prescriptions for drugs and medications for blood cancer, all he simply needs to do is show them a single piece of medical documentation that says cancer or that says polycythemia vera. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That would end the entire argument. Oh, don't worry. That comes up.
Yeah. So polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high. And
So
I
you
think
can just be fat and sleep out.
In other words, not a huge problem. High red blood cells, not an issue, okay? Get a sleep apnea machine. It's easily manageable.
Apnea can create
Sleep
that.
apnea.
And it's an easily manageable disease, but he frames it as cancer to scam people. Like, the vindictiveness of this fuck.
do it. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Like
And
that.
the fact that he just went on like a whole vacation trip. Bro, you went on a vacation trip after you scammed people and you said you needed the money for cancer medications. Holy shit.
Could cause it. And the fact that Boogie said we
All right, you know, Boogie, I have a diagnosis for you. Are you ready for my diagnosis? You're a fat fuck. All right, we're gonna wrap that. We'll lock that in, baby. That's the diagnosis. Boogie's doctor is literally Dr. Disrespect. Oh my God, we love petty vindicated Nux, dude. It feels so good to pre-watch Life. What could I say?
knew that when I was taking TRT, this was a risk of that. That means that that risk is to develop secondary polycythemia. That was the risk, and then that is what ended up happening, unfortunately. But it's not cancer. That was induced because of just a low oxygenation of the blood.
So why? Explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers
my
in my
God!
blood that have tested positively for polycythemia vera.
They weren't! If they were tested positively, then you wouldn't need to do a bone marrow transplant to diagnose it! Oh my God, he's like literally such a fucking idiot.
If there was, then he wouldn't
Look
have.
at one of your medical papers, dude.
Yeah,
I'm never
if-
sure.
Thank
Any
you!
of these motherfuckers-
Just show us the medical papers! One, you could censor everything. Censor everything. Just show us something, a screenshot. He deletes his Twitter instead.
My medical paper. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking god.
What does that mean? He's like, I care about my privacy. Bro literally got Blum, or whatever, Mike Klum, the guy that made the documentary on this guy, was in his house filming him naked in a bathtub for the documentary. The low point of his life. But showing a piece of paper with a medical diagnosis on it? No, sir. Too much privacy, baby.
Goddamn
Right
medical
there.
record.
It's
I've
like you
given
see
you
this
every
wrong.
goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking.
Bro, prove one thing. I love how Boogie keeps doing this. How he keeps saying, I'll take all the calls. I'll take all the calls. I'll do all the debates. My brother, my homie, just prove one thing you say. One. Prove that you have cancer. Prove that you needed the crypto scam to pay for your cancer. Prove anything. Anything. He lied about losing all his money in crypto too. He made a whole video saying I lost everything in crypto, and then it turns out he still had $200,000. He lost $50,000 in crypto, but he painted it to make it look like he lost $700,000 in crypto just to get people to donate. This man is a disgusting, vile black hole.
Do it. Go fuck yourselves.
You could
If you look up big fat liar in the dictionary, you see Boogie.
easily end this right now by just showing
I would rather
the
you motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP.
Okay, well, no, here's an easy question.
Goddamn thing. The last goddamn thing.
You're the one who's
piece
the
of
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
So the easy thing
The
here is
last thing he has is the privacy of his medical records. And it's totally not because, well, they don't exist.
if there are blood markers that definitively confirm polycythemia vera as a blood cancer, then why are they doing a biopsy?
To
Because
confirm.
I'm insisting on it because I'm
Drop the
hoping they're
microphone.
No, wait.
Because he's hoping they're wrong. They have a diagnosis that's proved, but he's hoping they're wrong, so he's going to do an invasive blood marrow biopsy. That makes sense. That holds water.
Why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with a with blood markers? It's because you can't.
Because I'm hoping that they are wrong.
Oh, yeah.
If you're hoping they're wrong, then why 2 years ago were you talking about fighting cancer? Why would you be talking about
Because I
like
have been for 2 years.
fighting
Destiny.
cancer? How?
I've
With
been-
what? With
listen,
blood thinners?
Oh, this one's for you.
No, with bloodletting.
Boogie.
Yeah, give him the L. Give him the L, bro.
Because oh god damn it.
for
Because you treat polycythemia vera almost identically to the way that you treat polycythemia because you can't
Drop
attack
this
the
camp.
cancer directly. All you can do is treat the symptoms, and the symptoms are identical to polycythemia because it's the same fucking thing, with the exception of one's getting caused by an external source and the other's being caused by fucking cancer. And in this case, it's getting caused by fucking cancer, Destiny.
So I do think there are different treatments available for polycythemia vera, and I think that the outcomes for that are significantly worse than just having it induced by some other thing like sleep apnea or
course.
hypoxia. But I mean,
Of
if you
course.
wanted to,
But
if you
the
wanted
treatment
to,
plan is pretty identical.
Yeah,
the
so-
treatment plan is pretty identical.
so if there are two huge things. So one, you could show it to a private party and they could confirm. Somebody like Keemstar.
Yeah, just show your documents to someone else. I don't know. Don't make it public.
But two, the issue is that if you want to keep your medical issues to yourself, I think everybody is entitled to that right, obviously. But if you're going to
I
come
should
out,
have never talked about it to begin with. I should have never talked about it to begin with.
Correct, but you did. And not only did you talk about it, but you used it as an excuse to siphon money from your audience that felt bad for you, and then as an excuse as to why you had to fall to the low point of scamming people with a crypto scam. You're right, you should have never proved it, but you're too late.
well, hold on.
This-
No,
or-
wait,
no,
hold on. Stop. Hold
One of
on.
the reasons I was going to do a GoFundMe was because they verify, for the record.
He did a GoFundMe for his cancer, and his cancer doesn't exist! This is why he's a piece of shit. This is why this guy is like an insanely vile human being. Like, and the GoFundMe verifies. Do you have any idea how many GoFundMe scans there were?
They verify.
They verify?
So
They do not verify. I could make a GoFundMe for anything right now.
would be the third party that I would
yeah,
go
so
for.
GoFundMe does not do the best verification, as has been proven multiple times in the past. But the issue is that you say that you shouldn't have talked about it. But the fact is that you did. You did the day that you got the diagnosis. You were like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you weren't considering. You did it
I sat on
instantly.
it for a while. I sat on it for a while.
Wait,
I
on
sat
your
on it for a
tweet,
while.
did you
What?
not say?
I sat on it for a while. I debated on not sharing this. I got my official diagnosis today. I sat on it for a while. And Boogie knows a thing or two about sitting on things, because that's basically the only thing he's good at.
That I got my diagnosis today and then talk about it?
They told me, okay. They told me in the office that they were worried about it. Then they did the blood tests. Then, yes, I did tweet about it on the day that I got
Oh,
confirmation.
he changed the story again, because why not?
But I sat on it for a couple of months before, or for a couple of weeks before talking about it because it took a while for us to get the blood results.
So you
Oh, so the thing is, he got the diagnosis, which wasn't a real diagnosis, and that's the day he tweeted it, but he didn't talk about it publicly, aside from the tweet. So then he waited another couple of months. He means a couple of weeks after he got the results, which still aren't the confirmation, because he still doesn't know if he has cancer. He just thinks he has cancer. And then, listen to this motherfucker talk. It's unbelievable. Man uses his mouth for two things, lying and eating. It's unbelievable.
sat on it when you didn't know the answer?
Hey Boogie, you're a loser, baby, a loser, but just maybe you're a fucked up little whiny bitch. You're a loser just like me.
It's not called sitting on it. That's just called waiting for an answer. Also, if you were so keen on diagnosing whether you had cancer or not, why would you wait 2 years to get the biopsy?
I don't know if you've ever followed my Twitter before, but I tend to tweet shit as it happens. This one I decided to
Real-time news, motherfucker.
I don't understand why you're waiting.
This guy's unbelievable. Wait, I just want to get to the good part where he offers to pay him for his medical records.
That faked cancer before the chick.
I feel like when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer and
Who is
stuff.
the person that faked cancer?
Scared
There's
for something?
so many people that don't know that meme right now.
Anything is possible, sure.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove
yeah.
them.
Because I don't have.
Just disprove it in a second. It's so easy. Anyone with cancer. Listen, my mom had cancer, and it was awful. It was one of the worst periods of my life, for sure. Probably it was the worst period of my life. It was awful. It was like I can't even begin to put into words or describe how it felt when the diagnosis came in, and they basically said your mom is gonna die, and she ended up surviving, thank God. But this was this happened to me like almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago, and it was a nightmare. However, every piece of medication in the house, all these pieces of paper, they all had cancer written on it. Like, this is everywhere. So to see someone lying about that when it's the worst thing that could happen to someone, listen, it was worse for my mom than it was for me, obviously. But for me, it was the worst point in my entire life. And to see this man using it as a weird clout thing, he's trying to get clout off fake cancer. Like, you can't get away with lying about this. It should not be. And that's what people said to me when I said it was fake months ago. People said to me, listen, you could call him out for being a piece of shit, but don't call his cancer fake. No one lies about that. That's like a very real thing. And he is lying about it, dude. It's crazy.
All these feelings.
He has nothing with those words on it.
Number two, and like I said a year ago, when these motherfuckers tried to
Hold on.
This is the one last thing I have left. You motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life.
Yeah. We ruined his marriage, so now he doesn't want to show us his medical records.
Let me have one goddamn.
What
You're trying to tell me
tomorrow. Lead. Boogie lies about cancer than to hand this shit over to you pieces of shit.
Why? How about this? Why? I would rather people think that I lied than show them that I'm not lying. Great take, Boogie.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Go ahead, print it, Dexterdo. Go ahead and print it.
Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it to Tommy?
I'm not going to.
He's never doing that. He does not have a cancer diagnosis. There is 0% chance that he has one.
Thank you, Destiny.
Remember, every leading thing.
Oh, baby, my best friend joins the fray.
For this cancer diagnosis the doctor talked about has to do with secondary polycythemia. The sleep apnea was a contributor to that, and the TRT was a contributor to that.
Except for the hormone markers in my blood. But
if you had hormone markers for it, that's either a definitive diagnosis, in which case you wouldn't be getting a biopsy.
If it's a diagnosis, then it's a fact. If it's not a diagnosis, then you're a liar. It's as easy as that.
2 years later, or it wasn't definitive, and you would have gotten a biopsy 2 years later instead of saying they're treating you for cancer for 2 years. You just said before that you don't have the money for extra medical stuff. If they don't need that test to confirm cancer, why would you spend extra money on a biopsy that you don't need?
I don't know if you heard of this, Destiny. I just got a bit of a windfall.
Ooh.
Yeah, he scammed people. Look at him all confident. I just got a bit of a windfall because I just scammed people for $5,000. Cook Boogie!
Heard about it.
Yeah, you may have heard of it.
We have.
What's that? What's a windfall?
He did a $10,000 crypto scam, using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why he needed to scam his fans. But
I just want to. I want to join real quick because you just got caught lying about me to coffeezilla.
Seems like a lot of to go through.
And now you're being confronted. And now you're being confronted.
I love how much of a fucking liar this guy is. It's amazing. And then he gets into a content with, whenever he gets into a fight with Mudahar, he always says, Mudahar's fighting with a man with cancer. Like, this man is such a fucking degenerate.
One of the biggest lies on internet history.
I can't take it seriously.
And you won't prove it?
No.
You won't prove it?
I'd rather you go ahead and print it.
If this is true, and you lied about cancer, this is the biggest scandal on the internet.
It's not, but go ahead and print it.
It's okay. It's the biggest scandal because Boogie is the biggest man on the internet. It's not the biggest scandal because people actually care. I am just feeling fucking great about life.
Anyway,
biggest scandal.
Go ahead and
Prove
print
it.
it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much
Prove it.
none of you motherfuckers.
Fucking
I said this
prove
2
it.
years ago and I'm not doing it today. Go right ahead. Print it. Print it the way it is. Go right ahead.
Print it. Run it.
I'm okay, with
Okay,
that.
so
Look at the balls on this man. Oh yeah, you're calling me a pedophile? Well, fine, call me a pedophile. Oh yeah, all right. Well, do it. I can prove to you that I'm not, but I'm not gonna ruin my privacy by proving that I didn't diddle those kids. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's crazy. He's like actually insane.
I guess just to wrap up, because we don't want to take all you guys' time tonight.
Very
so just as
busy
a couple
people.
things, right? So the story as laid out,
Yes.
if you look up secondary polycythemia versus
Yes.
polycythemia vera, all of the leading things that Boogie talks about leading to his condition are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not the mutation that would cause polycythemia vera. The things that Boogie says that his doctor wants him to check for afterwards, like doing a sleep study, are consistent with secondary polycythemia, not primary polycythemia.
also
And the fact that he says, I'm almost done. The fact that he says that he had the blood markers or something to confirm it 2 years ago, but is now getting a biopsy for secondary confirmation, even though he says he doesn't have the money for medical bills, but I guess now that he does have money, he's going to waste all of it on biopsying things that are already confirmed, or at least confirmed enough that he wanted to talk about it publicly for 2 years ago, and then use it to fundraise the money that he now has so that he can do the biopsy that I don't even think he's doing, by the way. I don't think he's actually doing that biopsy. I think that's a lie.
No, he's lying all this shit. Where did I fundraise? You made a GoFundMe! He's such a fucking idiot. Where did I fundraise? He literally just said he made a GoFundMe about that. Oh my god.
Well,
Just
and if you wanted to disprove it, all he has to do is show a private party this particular medical thing, and and it would be.
And I never
That's
will.
also fraud.
Just
That's
my
just
medical
fraud.
records.
To summarize, Jesse, you're basically saying he's kind of unlucky he doesn't have cancer.
I mean, for this particular case, yeah. I mean, if you want,
Everyone's unlucky that he doesn't have cancer. Oh yeah, that was too far. No, but like unironically, this guy, he's insane. Like this is Boogie when he gets an unexpected windfall. Hey guys, I just convinced everybody that I have cancer. Isn't that cool? It's so cute. Now they're giving me money because they think I have cancer. It's so cute. It's so cute, guys. It's so cute. I just need to tell them that I have cancer and not actually have cancer, and then I get money. It's so cute, guys. It's so cute. Oh my fucking god.
I'll do this. If Boogie can confirm that
Get me the heavy flamer, brothers!
Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that.
That's the freaking nail in the coffin. The nail in the coffin. Oh, I'm so happy he says this because this is everything. He was willing to scam his fans for his cancer treatment. Destiny is willing to give him $5,000 if he just proves he has cancer. $5,000. That's as much as he made on the crypto scam. Okay? Because he only got paid half the crypto scam. He got paid $5K in the beginning. He was supposed to get paid another $5K at the end, but he didn't get paid the second $5K because he didn't. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the nail in the coffin. He was willing to scam his audience for $5K, but he's not willing to prove he has cancer for $5K. For his privacy. Fucking lying piece of shit. Muda was willing to throw in another $50K, by the way.
That personal pledge right now.
Get
Hey, you need
10,000.
money.
You're not
You
seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
I said this.
I don't get it. You leave your own medical history, but you won't leak that
Just remember,
information.
okay, so then I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said that he has. Doesn't make any sense, but...
Yeah, so Boogie, who probably, it's because he's too based. It's probably because he's too based, if I had to guess. That's why he's not willing to do it, because he doesn't like the humiliation. Let me remind you, this is Boogie.
I need you to fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you, and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, fucking... Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, fucking Tom, everybody that's even fucking cared about the Love Call podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard that I want attention. I want to be in conversation so bad that I gave the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking Review Tech USA, because I'm so thirsty to just talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser. Make that video, you piece of shit. I'm sorry.
And this is the response! He tells him, get on your hands and knees and apologize. He actually films himself on his hands and knees to apologize. This guy has zero integrity. Zero love of himself.
Tommy C, I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muda came on. I'm fucking stupid. And I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
He is such a fucking loser. And that he's willing to do. But to admit he has cancer, to prove he has cancer, that's too far. That's invading his privacy. Zero integrity.
Okay.
I think this probably will be the last time we cover Boogie, to be honest. I can't imagine anything else happening to vindicate me in another place. Unless it comes out that he lied about all of the abuse that he's gotten over the years. Which I think he did. I think he lied about being abused as a kid also. But again, I'm going to sound like an asshole for saying that. But I don't trust a word that comes out of his mouth. If his mouth is moving, he's either eating or lying.
Even I.
You know how you can tell this man's lying? His mouth is moving and food isn't going in.
I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
What's the limit, though?
Going on his hands and knees, that's not the limit. That's not the limit.
Yeah, I think you can probably understand that he, there's a big history of people, I guess, scamming people with cancer, and it's like the worst of the worst. And you're getting confronted with that right now, when your response to that is nuh-uh.
He's cooking.
Go ahead.
I'm not going ahead.
Go ahead. You want to arrest me? Arrest me. Put me in jail. Anyway, it gets worse after this, which is so good. It's so good. Are you ready to hear maybe the worst ever excuse? The worst ever excuse as to why this whole narrative of him having cancer. Are you ready? I hope you're buckled in. You're about to see the best clip of your goddamn life.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, do I have cancer? And he says, well, no. It could turn into cancer. Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice.
Malpractice, right?
But I guess that's possible.
You're saying that's possible. A person that knows they have cancer would be like, no, that is not possible at all. I have cancer.
Well, I'm saying I do have cancer and know it is very unlikely, but I guess it's possible my doctor could be a fucking quack.
I guess maybe his doctor's wrong. Right. That's probably what happened. It gets worse. Don't start laughing yet. Hold it in.
It's possible he's been lying to me for clout.
His doctor was lying to him for clout. The doctor lied to him for clout 2 years ago and told him he had cancer when in actuality he didn't have cancer for clout. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. This guy is like... It's wild to me. It's wild that this could be a real... Your doctor doesn't know who you are. All he knows is that you're probably not going to make it to your 50s. Oh my God.
I guess it's possible that he's been
giving me I don't think he's lying to you, Boogie.
I don't
think he's lying to you, Boogie. Hot take.
I guess that's a possibility.
By the way,
Is it possible?
Brother, it's humiliating. The whole thing is so freaking humiliating. So Boogie's wife says, Boogie, I need money bad. Several people. Here's $75,000 if you could show one thing. Boogie, no. Muda offered him $50K if he could prove he has cancer. $50,000. It keeps getting worse, though. It keeps getting worse.
Yeah, I think this is...
Keem offered Boogie $15K, and Muda offered another $50K.
The unreason. What is the unreason? I was already.
I would not walk away from my house. I would not walk away from $50K.
I would not walk away. More than that.
I would not walk away from an internet career that's going to give you revenue. That's going to give you security. I would not walk away from shitting on these people and proving them wrong.
We are different people.
Yeah, you're being ridiculous.
Jim, again, since we're not live, I can say this. I've been looking for an exit plan for a while.
This is an awful exit plan.
An exit plan. An exit plan? Really? An exit plan? What, to leave the internet or to commit suicide? Which one? It's like it's brutal. It's brutal seeing this shit. Oh my God. This man is he has such a victim complex. It's insane.
No, it's a.
I think this is.
What is the unreason? What is the unreason? There's already.
I would.
It's insane. And then he deletes his Twitter. And Boogie Pig, after being exposed for lying about cancer for 2 years and used it to promote a scan, decides to get naked on a live stream as a last resort. And this is where the stream ends. This might be the saddest, worst, most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, dude unironically lied about having cancer. And I can't believe it. I didn't actually see the clip of Muda joining the stream. So I'm just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what Muda said to him when he popped onto the stream. This is fucking unbelievable.
And he'll like, where's my like that? It was a character with a cool subscribers. It's a piece of shit. This
isn't what I wanted. I can't believe that it got this far, to be honest. It's just fucking sad and awful and abominable. I can't believe that he actually did it, but he actually did. He actually been exposed for just lying about cancer for years. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we wrap it up. That's the end of the Boogie discussion, and hopefully the last time I ever have to talk about this worse version of Eric Cartman. Thank you all so much for joining. Boogie is a big, fat, lying piece of shit, and I meant every single word of that. Vindication. I pre-watched reality. Turns out I was right. Get the fuck out of here. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on King. Stay weird, fam.